tour business came first, and I had a local assisted living facility give me a phone call one day, and the activities director said, we got some seniors, we think they'd enjoy going out and seeing some Christmas lights. We know you got a bus, would you be able to do that? And that's actually how this idea of doing Christmas light tours for the community in general came about. I don't need to necessarily do it. I mean, people can go out, they can do this themselves. This is easily accessible to you. Put your family in the car and just go searching. So we're up here on Pleasant Street in West Rutland at John and Chris Center's property, and they have Fabian Construction. They're the ones that do the big Halloween display. How many years have you been doing your Halloween display?
18.
19 years?
I think this was our 19th year.
19 years they've been doing the big Halloween display on the floats in the Halloween parade. And how many years have you been doing Christmas, your Christmas decorations here?
Oh, we've always done Christmas, and we've been here for 40 years. So
from 1 year, the kids were small.
Yeah,
and it must have started out a bit smaller than what you got now.
It did.
Yeah, it was much smaller and a little bit different. We used to have a Santa Claus with reindeer on the roof, and we don't have that now, but as new things come out, we try to keep up with the times a little bit, and we try to add 1 or 2 pieces a year. Sometimes you lose a piece or two, the lights, and it's just not worth fixing, and so we add. But one thing we tried to do a few years ago, we had a network of a bunch of different separate timers.
Yeah.
And this part would come on, then that part would come on, and it drove us kind of crazy because you'd like to have it all come on at once. So even though you can't see it, on the other side of the house there, we have a sub panel now, and there's like 72 outlets. We can plug everything into that.
You have to have a special, so you have a special sub panel just for the Christmas displays.
Yes. It would be just like a sub panel, like if you're doing a temporary for building a house.
Yeah, or a garage sub panel.
Or a garage or something like that. So we have that, and it's on a commercial timer. So now these lights will all come on at the same time, and they'll all
go. What time is that?
Well, we've been tweaking with it a little bit, but it goes on about 5:10 in the evening, and it goes off about 10:30.
So if people want to come up here on Pleasant Street in West Rutland and take a look at the grand display, and you've got a great driveway to come down. You don't have any problem with people come down.
No, we actually encourage. We encourage it, because in the past we've had a lot of people with children, especially, they'll get up by the road and they'll look down there and they can see the outline of a teddy bear or a snowman, but they really can't see it up
makes
close.
It so much more exciting to get out and be interactive with it.
Right, but people today, are somewhat afraid to encroach upon your property, the way things are. But we encourage it here. There's plenty. We have 2 or 3 accesses.
You put a sign out too, don't you? On the street.
Yeah,
we haven't done that because we have tenants now that live right there, so the last couple of years we haven't put the sign out, but
that don't mean we don't want you here.
Yeah.
It's still fine. You can come down and take pictures.
We certainly do.
You mentioned about the electricity, and everybody, that's one of the questions that people ask when they see these grand displays is, wow, how much does their electric bill go up in the month of December?
So our electric bill goes up about $300.
Ooh!
For a month extra,
A labor of love, huh?
But
you gotta enjoy doing it.
Kind of what I enjoy for the holiday. We love Christmas. I love Christmas, and the $300 to me is, so many people come through and enjoy the lights that it's just so worth it to me.
It's what you call giving back to your community in a small sense. There's not all that many people that decorate quite to this extent anymore, but that doesn't mean we're gonna be slowing up.
Not everybody has the energy and the time. I mean, how much time does this take?
We always did the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday after Thanksgiving. Until last year, it was the middle of November, and John just started pulling stuff out because it was a warm day like this. And I'm like, we can't have snowmen before Thanksgiving. And he's like, we're going to have snowmen before Thanksgiving. We didn't plug it in until like the week after Thanksgiving. But
but you can do all this in about a week?
We did most of it, here and there. I mean, we'd come out for a couple hours here, a couple hours there. I do have a couple of the young guys that work for us came and they lugged a lot of this out for us. They put the lights in the high trees because John doesn't like to do heights. So.
And that's another thing people wonder is, all of these displays you have here, all of this equipment, where you gotta have a building to store it in.
So we're fortunate enough we rent box trailers out to people.
Oh, okay.
So we keep one of those for us.
Uh-huh.
And all this goes in a box trailer. It's
But
very
we
cool.
basically have a whole box trailer. It
Yeah.
takes up
Takes a whole
a whole box trailer.
about 40 foot.
Yeah,
long
it's about
trailer,
45
so-
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you can. And now, do you put your Halloween?
That's in a separate
there?
box
That-
trailer.
So you got a separate box trailer just for your
Oh,
Halloween
I do.
decoration.
Yeah, for the float. My mom always liked to decorate. She always did a lot of decorating, and I've just carried that on.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember decorating with her as a kid, pulling all the
Yeah.
decorations out and decorating. And my dad would make like an archway for the house because this is where my mom lived. And I would help him as a kid do that and put lights on it.
And were
And I
you
think we've
guys
just carried it on, and I've kind of dragged him in with me.
looking at all the different Christmas displays back then? And they were much simpler then, but
Right.
it's just exciting just to see what people did with their
Yeah,
houses.
we've looked at lights. We've gone around and looked at lights for years.
You went with me one
Yep.
year.
Yep.
It was an interesting concept when you came up there with this idea, and I remember the first time your bus pulled in our yard. I mean, it was like, wow, we've made it in the decorating world here.
That's why you do it. So everybody will enjoy it. I have people that tell me they come through several times.
Yeah, yeah.
I have one guy that told me that he comes through almost every night and just enjoys the lights. He doesn't live far. And
This brightens up the whole
Yeah.
spirit.
We had a little boy, he actually lives over on Boardman Hill, came up the other night to look at the display, and he studied stuff. And if you notice over there on our slide where the elves are, we have the slide wrapped in a red
Yeah.
rope lights. And I saw his grandfather the other day, and he says, now my grandson insists that I wrap his slide in rope lights. So he says, thanks a lot.
And you probably find yourself, do you find yourself year after year, maybe not now, you get so much inventory, but do you find yourself year after year, like day after Christmas, going out and trying to scarf up some of the great deals on the new displays that are out there?
we've bought a
Yep.
lot.
That's where a
Yeah,
lot of this
a lot
has
of it
come
comes
from. You know, I don't try to buy 20 things after Christmas, but 1 or 2 or 3 things. And I always try to find something that's a little bit unique, you know, if we can. And some of the retailers have really come up with some nice products lately. You will notice there that this is only our personal preference, but you don't see any of the air-blown
No.
stuff here. And those things to me are a challenge, because when it gets real windy or a lot of rain or wet, they want to collapse. And then during the day, I mean, if people were to drive through here during the day, at least they'd see
There's a
you know,
visual to it.
a visual, where
to
the other things, they just are laying flat on the
Yeah.
ground, and to me it's just not what I'm trying to.
But, you know, but we can appreciate those
They
blow-ups
can.
too,
They,
you know?
there's some beautiful ones.
There's some people, that's all they do.
That's all they do.
They got like a quarter-acre lot,
Yeah.
and you will have 20 blow-ups
Yeah.
and different things, and people get a kick out of that too.
And I've seen them this year. I mean, they're making them big. They're
Oh,
making
they're-
them 12, 14 feet tall now.
And more affordable than they used to be too.
Yep. Yep.
And with the LED lights and the timers that
And
can
they
be
move.
integrated.
You know,
Yeah.
the hands move or whatnot. But I don't know. I'll leave that for somebody, and we'll do our other thing here.
But I do see you have the plastic displays over here.
Yeah.
Those are old.
Yeah, they are.
Very
Yeah.
old.
They
Yeah.
go way back. The nice thing about them is they have a regular light bulb in them.
Uh-huh.
And so if that
Well,
thing goes
now-
out, not much troubleshooting there.
No, but also now, instead of the regular incandescent bulb, you can even save some wattage there by throwing
An LED, yep.
light bulb in there.
Yeah,
too,
and
so
some
that-
of them have them already. Yep.
This has been a lot of fun coming out and talking to you. And we're going to come back here later this evening. And we're
Okay.
going to be here to see that timer go off and see this explode like
Just-
fireworks.
And it will.
Thank you, John. Appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Thank you for
Chris?
coming.
Yeah, thanks.
And you,
This is Jensen.
Jensen.
This is our latest. My grandkids actually think this is the North Pole, so.
Certainly does look like it. Well, thank you very much for meeting up with us, and enjoy the Christmas season.
Thanks,
You
you
too.
too.
Thank you. hope to be able to show people where there's certain places like off from Stratton Road and off from Door Drive and, you know, different places around the community where you take one little side street, make a loop, you know, 2-3 minutes off from your travel time, and you can get a pretty great experience out of seeing some of these displays on the side streets. If you are just cruising, you turn onto Dana Avenue like you were going to the back side of the fairgrounds. This is easy to do if you're out doing some Christmas shopping or heading home from work or from grocery shopping. Turn down Dana Avenue. You might see something worth viewing. So this loops onto Marble Street, which comes back out near Max Market. You know, if you're going south out of the city, coming down Route 7, you just make that little turn and make that little loop. It takes 1 minute and look what you see. So then from there you can go down Curtis Avenue. This goes from Route 7 to Stratton Road. So we're going to turn on to Muzzy Street and see what we see. There's a couple of special displays I really enjoy down here. Muzzy Street goes between Curtis Street and Allen Street. You're this close to the hospital, everyone should proceed up and view the beautiful lights, which actually are on year-round at the hospital, but then they add the star at the top of the hospital this time of the year in December. Off from Allen Street down Stratton Road, heading north on Stratton Road towards Route 4. So over the years, Stratton Road has developed kind of like a beltway around getting off from Route 7. If you have to go east on Route 4, Woodstock Avenue, you can cruise up Allen Street and over on Stratton Road. But I hope to show you that if you venture off from Stratton Road on your way, that take a minute to venture off the road and you might discover something pretty nice. We're going to turn on to Cessna Place. Only people that drive down this road either live here or they're on a Christmas light tour with me. So you pass through Victoria Street onto Moonbrook Drive, and there's quite a few nice, tasteful displays along this street to take in. No blow-ups. I don't know if they have a covenant against blow-ups on this development, but people along this street seem to want to keep mostly to the classic white Christmas lights. So we're turning on to Victor Place. So from here we're going to turn down Sharon Drive, which most people aren't going to turn on to Sharon Drive unless they want to go to Combination Pond. This is one of my favorite displays, and it's very simple, but it reflects off the pond, and it's just like 6-foot snowflakes. There's no need to be afraid of going down a road to see a special display, and lots of people will actually have invitation signs out, say, you know, come down our drive, take a look at our display. So now we're over here on the corner of Walker Mountain Road and Creek Road at Jim Ingles' home. How many years you been doing this, Jim?
30.
30 years. Been doing this 30 years. You missed 1 year.
Yeah, I decided to quit for 1 year, but too many people complained.
Yeah, I was one of them. I was one of them who's complaining on it. Very disappointed. I'm glad you came back.
Yes.
And one thing that people really enjoy seeing, and of course it's great to see this because you're up on a hill, so people can look from below and see it from quite a distance, and up on the hill, the huge dinosaur you usually have up
Yes.
on the side of the garage there every year.
Yeah, that was my grandson Nick's idea.
And it's so visual, you can see it for such long ways away. But you also have a lot of nice, like over here, you got some traditional plastic lit up figurines.
Those are 30 years old.
One of the first purchases for you, right?
Yes.
And then you designed the Merry Christmas sign here. That's very nice. How much time do you put into doing this?
About a month.
Well, what do you shoot for? Right after beginning of November?
Right after
Halloween?
2 weeks before Thanksgiving.
2 weeks before Thanksging, and try to get it wrapped up by the beginning of December.
1st of December.
And do you get many people that just stop and want to take a wandering around?
Oh yeah, I had a guy who stopped last night. He came from New Jersey, and he says he's been coming here for the last 5 years.
So he looks forward to coming up from New Jersey and taking a look at your lights.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
Well, pretty good. I was doing it for the kids.
Yeah, well, like I tell people, you know, this is universal. You know, from the kids to the seniors to me and everybody. You know?
Right.
I mean, and that's one of the great things is creating Christmas memories year after year.
It does.
With you know, families being able to come out. Now, what time do you figure on trying to have the lights come on?
They're usually on at 4:30.
On a timer? Or you manually turn them
I
on?
have to come out and plug everything in. And I shut them off at about 9:30.
So if people want to hit you up and see your display, they want to try to get here by 9:30 at the latest.
Yes.
So that's a good thing for people to know. Now, do you have your kids and their kids able to enjoy this too?
I have 6 grandkids. And they come, well, they're here all the time.
So they're really enjoying.
Yes, they
They'd
are.
be disappointed if you didn't set
Yes.
up when you're.
That's the truth. I just have fun putting them up, that's it. And it takes me a month to put them up, but only 1 week to get them down.
This is pretty cool. We're going to be coming back in a couple hours when the sun's down and
Yep.
be able to see this in all its beautiful glory, Jim.
Yes, you will.
Okay. Thank you. I'll see you later.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes I'll just take a road that I haven't traveled more recently, especially this time of the year, like over here. This is a nice little display right here too. A lot of action going on here. This is Clarendon Road in West Rutland, heading towards Walker Mountain Road. It's been fun, it's been nice, and the thing is, with this tour business I started, this is the one thing that really is like focused on local people. The local people of the Rutland community being able to partake in it, reasonably priced. Again, a lot of the senior facilities appreciate being able to offer this to their residents, and it's just been a very exciting thing to see grow, and I'm going to be missing not being able to do it in the future. This will be the last year I'll be able to offer this. Now we're out here next to Al's Furniture, the home of Art Hetzel.
Yep.
How many years you been doing your display
Since
here?
1976, we moved in here. Started out with 5 strands of lights on top of a huge tree used to be in front of the yard. Oh yeah.
And eventually you grew it
grew.
year after year.
Yeah, it grew. Yeah.
How much time does it actually take you? When do you shoot to start?
I start right after Halloween. Right. I start repairing sets before Halloween. So usually about a week before Halloween, I start repairing sets, deer, etc. And then right after Halloween, it all starts going up, little by little.
You like to shoot for what? Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving
weekend?
night, and it's got to go off. It's got to go off Thanksgiving night.
That's a definite.
Yeah, I got 8 20-amp breakers that I use. So yeah, so it's a matter of a wiring nightmare, and I'm not an electrician, but it's just a matter of just putting it all together and making sure I'm not overloading each of my circuits. Try to manage it with no more than 15 amps per circuit.
And imagine the LED lights you've.
Oh, the LEDs I've
integrated
switched
in it.
over
That's
to,
helpful.
yeah. With the incandescent and the LEDs, I make a nice combination, I think.
And I ask this of everybody: how much does your electric bill go up in December?
Oh, it's a $600 bill.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
$600.
Oh yeah. Yeah, ask my wife about it.
How old were your kids when you started?
Oh heavens to Betsy! Well, we had Jenny Mae and Angie, Jenny Mae and Christopher. You would have been 1, and Jenny was obviously born in '73. She would have been 3. Yeah. So we started when they were young.
Yeah.
So, but they gave me the inspiration, Kelly, to just grow this, and I mean, it's pretty cool. I think for the little spot of land I have here.
Neat,
So
neat thing about
it's
this
nice.
too is people can get kind of a hint of it driving along Route 7 if
Yeah,
you look off
they can.
to the west as they're going on Route 7.
Oh yeah.
But,
oh yeah, they can.
You know, I'm surprised the number of people that don't take the time to just venture taking a turn
Yeah.
at Mike's Country Store and take a look at this. But you get plenty of people.
Oh, we do, Kelly. You know, my neighbors out front, they own the land out here, and they're always really good to allow the cars. You can see all the tracks. They ride on the lawn and then go back out again. Just last night, a mother with 3 little children stopped by. We walked up the walkway and saw Santa. That's a new addition this year. My Santa that waves and his head goes back and forth. He does the whole bit and everything else. So the young boy, he's around 8. The 2 younger siblings of his were definitely into the spirit of Christmas. You could see he's on the edge. Well, anyways, I said, you see this guy on the porch? He says, yeah. I said, well, that guy right there might not be the real McCoy, but you know what? The other night, there was this huge red sparkling thing that just shot through the sky like this and took right off again. And he goes, really? I said, yeah, and it was Santa. He took right off, and he came right back again. I said, and you know how I think he got here? He says, why? Because that guy on the porch has got eyes looking for Santa and telling him to come here. He goes, wow, like that. And Kelly, again, it's just restoring that magic of Christmas that, you know, I have 6 grandchildren too, 13 down to 3. And I just love it. I just love it. Keep those memories going.
Wasn't it last year that I stopped by with a group?
That's when you came in the house dressed as Santa.
House dressed as Santa Claus.
God bless you in America. Oh, yeah.
And,
oh, yeah, that was cool.
You had your grandkids
that
there.
That was Kelly. Let's face it. You didn't rehearse it. You didn't call me.
No,
didn't know you were coming.
Showed up.
The kids yelled out. I think they're all young. The kids yelled out, Grandpa, Grampy, Santa's here. I go, what? I came out of the kitchen and there you are standing in the middle of the living room. I mean, really. It was just so incredibly genuine.
Beard on.
Oh, yeah. I remember my youngest one, Asher, kind of just looking like, oh, boy. It's really cool. Really, it's incredible. Just and really nice memories. Even like the young gentleman who stopped by recently. When he was younger, his parents took him by, and with his younger children now, he's continuing the tradition. I said, I'm never going to be able to stop.
Can't stop.
So, but I don't mind it, Kelly. It's about putting smiles on people's faces. It's about those kids that came here. Someone came walking through the village the other night. I watched them leave carrying a flashlight down. I was an adult with 2 kids side by side like this. One was 3, one was 5, I learned. I ran out of my house. Well, not ran, I can't. I've got some stuff issues going on. But anyways, that being said, so I walked fast coming down the driveway, had 2 candy bags in my hands. I stopped them right out here out front, and how they just loved the kids. Again, they smile. Yeah. And it's like, wow, thank you. But it's cool. It's cool. And again, it's not an expression about me. It's really an expression about just extending that fun, that magic, that love of Christmas that you see in kids all the time.
Across the ages, too. I say this is something that's great, that enjoyed from people from 2 to 92. Just like
is, and that's why, Kelly, it's so true. And we can all think of our childhood memories. I can think especially too of some of the folks from Genesis last year, the year before, that said the same thing, that this reminds them of their childhood, or certain things that I've got up here remind them of their childhood.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to sort of regroup again.
And stuff here too.
Oh yeah, stuff from my dad and
vintage. You got some of the plastic figurines.
Oh yeah.
And then,
trust me, those babies are old.
You always like to have that flag up there.
Oh, Kelly, I'm a veteran. My flag is normally an 8x12, but it always gets tangled up with the lights every year. So I put my small 3x5 on there. The way it all dances and kind of lights up at night.
The homemade cutouts are special.
Those are my dad's. The altar boys out back are my dad's. But you know, my dad made me that God Bless America sign years ago. This is my dad's, the Hetzels. My pops made them, God love them. Merry Christmas up on the roof, my pops made that too. The tradition really started with him, and then Dad helped me when he was healthy and I was here, and he'd come by from time to time during Christmas years ago and, Artie, no, you should do this, Artie, no, you should do that. And I say, no, Dad, the symmetry on that is off, Pops. I've got to, no, Dad, no. So, we'd have some father-son discussions about that. But the bottom line again, Kelly, it's once this is all done and once I light them up and once I start sharing these experiences with you and you guys, it's just really cool to just watch it all come together as people are starting to stroll in. I'm hearing all those stories again. And
well, we're going to come back a little later today.
Yeah, cool.
After the sun goes down. Thanks
so much.
Good
I appreciate it. Good talking to you too.
See you later today.
All righty.